Go get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis. Hello and welcome to the chat. Welcome, You Will Never Know, and Rillian. Josaloo, is that how I say it? Josaloo and the Moonis. Welcome, Steve, AMA Texas. Yay! Oh my gosh, Trillian! Whoa, up there with the cheer. Holy cow! Thank you so much. That was awesome. 30 Studio, welcome. My daughter just got home and she might need help getting in. I think she's okay though, because I haven't heard any doorbell or anything. So, all right, we have so much to talk about today. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I want to show you something really quick. see if I can show you this. Look at this. We got the Corporeal bust all primed and ready, and we created a video. So Friday, that's what I'm going to be streaming, is I'm going to show you the video that we made priming her, and I'll talk you guys through it. So yay, Geeky Girl Games. Whoa, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm going to write you down here. Geeky Girl Games. Thank you. Woo! That's so awesome to start off with the subscribe. As you know, we put all of our 2 months in a row, by the way, Geeky Girl Games to subscribe. We put all of our Twitch money back into Twitch, and we're going to be buying some emotes from, I've got a designer who did my first 3 emotes, and they're going to be working with me probably in mid-July, so because that's when they're available, and we're going to get all those. And we have 12 emotes, guys, and I'm not talking about 12 including the 3. I'm talking about in addition. I think I have, maybe it's 12 all total. Aw, 30 Studio, that's awesome. Like heart. Thank you, guys. Let me put my face on the cam. There we go. Thank you. All right. 30 Studio. And just 10 months in a row. Holy cow. Not even just. Amazing. Your support is so appreciated. We're getting really close. Hold on, let me show you hold on one second. Let me put my face in the box right here. Right here. Can you see this number? The closer it's getting to 3,000, when we hit 3,000 followers, we're gonna have a party, and we're gonna have giveaways. I'm gonna do all kinds of goodies. This is what we're painting today. We're gonna finish up Warlord Kong. We're gonna finish his little skull trophy and his glaive. I found out that this is called a glaive, and then he has a base with. Now here's the weird part. So his name is Warlord Kong, and I know gorillas tend to be from Africa, but this guy has gone to China. He's got a Chinese glaive and a Chinese. This is like similar. It's not exactly, but it's similar to a Lu symbol. And yeah, so I kind of like that, but we're gonna paint him. He's a warlord, so. Thank you so much. 30 Studio says that he loves my hair. I got it all pink and Shoshified, right? Pink is my color. And let's see. Jillian says, you just figured out how to cheer and got carried away. Oh, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Speaking of which, you got a little badge up above your name. If you can see, like, you get like a little badge next to when you cheer. I have some other cheer mote badges and stuff that I'm gonna be uploading pretty soon. And Nix to Minis, hello. So close. Will the giveaway be a separate stream? It won't. Yeah, it'll be a separate stream. We'll, like, when we hit 3,000, we will do a separate big stream. And obviously people who are followers will be allowed to do the giveaway, and we'll be using the credit that you guys check your credit, do like points, exclamation point points. We'll be giving a little bit extra weight for the people who watch me all the time. So some person who's just started following still has a chance, but somebody, you know, like you guys who sit in chat every single time, you know, you're gonna have a little bit extra credit for school. Hey, Amberden. All right, so Amberden, I don't know if you were in chat before, but check this out. We got the Corporeal bust all primed and ready to go, and I've got the video created. We're gonna show it Friday from 2:30 to 4:30 GMT -6, so it'll be the same time as it is today. We're gonna basically watch the video. I'm gonna be down here in my little box right here. And then I'm gonna talk while the video is playing. I don't have any way of stopping the video. I'll try my best to answer questions what we could do is create a question form that people can fill out, and then when the video is all done, I can answer some of the questions on it. Maybe, but I will be putting out a like a separate PDF for the supplies that I used on this. And you are by no means, you know, it's not necessary that you prime this way. I'm just gonna show you the Shoshie way, right? So how I did it. Yay. I'm gonna set this aside for now. This back here. I'm gonna make sure it's not, hold on, let me get up because I feel like if I don't, it will get knocked over in the spray booth. There we go. Did I find out what, yes, the little teeth parts are actually her tongue. It's like 3 of them, but there's 3 optional, and Coddle said that it's not necessary, and pretty much we all agreed we didn't want it on there, so I'm not putting it on there. You can add the tongue. I personally don't want it, so. Looks nice. It looks like you broke in your new airbrush just in time. Awesome. All right, so I want to show you some things before we start real quick. I got my Kingdom Death Butcher commission all done. He looks really dark in that. Yeah, he was, I guess he was dark in the first place. I got some little blood gore dripping here. One of these days I will have a guest and show you guys how I did that. Yep, little tongues you could add. Tempted to get some. I would highly recommend Stynylrez. I think it might be in my Shoshie Recommends panel down in my profile, because Stynylrez is all I use. Here's the scary looking antelope. Look how contrasty. I think things might be a little more contrasty on camera than I'm intending. I might need to adjust that a skosh. It looks pretty good, but it doesn't look nearly as dark in the shadows as it does in real life. So, but that's my antelope. And then the butcher is scary. All of them are scary. Look at how scary this guy is. Ah, he's gonna bite you. And then this is not scary at all. Okay, but now I can totally see how wrong the colors are right here. Let me see if I can change this. This is my Grumbrindal that I made for one of my clients. He's a very, very, very great client, and so I wanted to surprise him with this. I'm gonna switch this up though. Hold on, let's see. Put this, I feel like my colors are all off. Yeah, okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna adjust because that looks super off. Be right back. Oops, sorry guys. That is slightly better. Still a little bit. I don't know how to fix it. This is one of the things that I work on with Mike. But like most of the colors on here, pretty true. I mean, that's how he looks. So we're gonna work with that. Yay! Let's see. Nice. The butcher is such a busy model. Mine looks good. It's one you're holding off from painting, Trillian, until you get better at detail work. Yeah, he's busy, isn't he? Look at all the little lanterns and doodads on his back. It is busy. All right, so let's get to painting Kong. I want to show you. I did a little Googling. I always get my references. And I found a dragon Glaze that I think I really like how this is gold and this is silver and this is green. And I love the colors in this, and it's fairly similar to the dragon Glaze on Kong's. So I'm gonna work with that. And this, now this is the Chinese Lu symbol or something very close to it. And I think I'm gonna do this in, I don't know. Oh, I remember. This is what I wanna do. I wanna make it look like this ancient, rusty, patinaed coin. So I think that would look really cool, especially since I've got a lot of turquoise on his little beads and little, you know, things here. And I think that will really pull together nice. And this, so the difference between this and the box art, I want to show you this. The box art has green here, and then some green on his little beads. And that looks fine. And I kind of go back and forth between those three. But the problem for me is that I keep going back down here and it draws my eye back down. So I feel like going with a desaturated, like ancient, crusty coin, it's gonna bring my eye back up to his face, which has this white, which is what I want. I want my eye to be back up here by the face. So that is what we're gonna do. And we might, I'm not real sure what to do with this guy yet. It's got some interesting elements. It's got two skulls, some little teeth, some fur, and some rope, and a ring. So I think we will do some glazing to start, because I think we've already got it pre-shaded pretty well. And if we glaze, well, it'll be thin, so we will be able to see all our detail without losing it. Dwarf looks great. You just want a copy. Oh, nice. You won it last night? Well, I will tell you, this guy was not easy to paint. He's made of resin, and he's not the highest super quality resin. You can see there's little gaps and little issues. And there's all these little pieces, and it, you know, typical to GW, can be really busy. I had the most trouble with the armor because I did not use satin paints. I used my flat scale 75. So I never felt completely happy with my armor. You can see he's got his little rubber doll freehand on his shoulder. I was pretty happy with the little blaster here and the goblin and the beard. But everything else I was like, I don't know. So I wish you luck. I hope that he's a lot of fun. I mean, he is fun, but he's just a little tricky. He was tricky for me to paint. Yeah. You got to redo the lanterns on your butcher to match everyone else's lanterns in the game. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay. Let's do the glazing on this. I want to see how that turns out. What I need is a kind of a, like, what I really need is sort of a neutral wash. I think actually I have the perfect wash for this. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think it's exactly a wash, but it's a color Natural Wood by a Model Color. That's what I'm going to start out with. I'm gonna put this on. I think it's a wash. It's kind of watery anyway. Let's put it in this and see. This is the wavy that comes with the Red Grass Games palette. Oh yeah, that's nice and liquidy. See that? Can you see? Oh my. See, that's why I'm having trouble with my color, because the white is blasting it out. Well, we do what we can. And a brush, and I'm going to use the smaller size one. This is the Kolinsky Sable by Spellcrow. I don't know why I just blurped that thing. Oh yeah, that's the color. Now you really can't see that, can you? Okay. Maybe once we get it painted and we get rid of some of that white, it won't be so blasted out. Brilliant says, I got my Spellcrow brush set. Can't wait to try them out. They do feel great. I like the feel to them. They're very slim, and I have small hands. Some people might need a bigger brush. In that case, I've been recommending these Broken Toad. I really have been enjoying. I love the feel of these, and they paint really nice too. This miniature M2 Kolinsky series has been very nice, and you can get those in the U.S. now from Ironheart Artisans, and you can get them from Broken Toad, of course, and other places in Europe and the UK. So, okay, and all the little ropey bits, and then so first we're going with the thin, it's called Natural Wood, and then I will give it a wash of probably some darker tone to colorize all the little crevices. And then, you know, I've been doing metallic metals on this guy, so we're going to do that ring in a metallic. Probably gold, since we've got kind of a gold theme going on some of his, actually more of a brassy color on his armor, and then, but we'll do a straight up gold on the dragon for sure. So are you guys excited to finally get this Cottle Ruddick bust all done? There's some little bits of rope tied into the skull's eyes. That's how they are looped in there. I like it when the sculptor thinks about, like, okay, how are these hanging together? And that's how they're together. Now I gotta take glasses off because I gotta look. These teeth, I believe, will have little gold caps on them. So we'll have to get those in a minute after we... All right, now I need to check something. I just need to check to see if Kong has any other little rope, and he does. Right up here. On camera, right? Woo! Oh my gosh, Flickster! Welcome! Hey guys! Everybody from Flickster's chat. Raid! Everybody in my chat, fight back! Do some Shoshie emotes. Look at this. Okay, we'll do some here. With some cat hair. We'll throw cat hair at you. Welcome everybody, and I hope that you had a wonderful time in Flick's stream. Hopefully you, Flick started a new mini today, didn't you? That's what I heard. Yay, and if you have not given Flickster a follow, do so please, because he is a friend of the stream and a good friend. We are painting Kong. This is Kong, Warlord Kong. He's actually a Chinese warlord because he's got little Chinese accoutrement. Look at all the gurs. I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you. Mad love, everybody. Mad love for Flickster. Let's give him a little hype. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. Let's see if it'll let me do. Well, let me do that. Oh my gosh, a full year. Nope, that wasn't it. Let's do this one. Hype. Flickster. Thank you for the subscribe. Oh my gosh, a full year. Where's your cake? Where is his cake? Is there a cake emote? Does anybody have a cake emote? Let me see if I can find something that, we got this. How about that? That's like a Twitch party emote. I think we need a cake emote. Here, I can give you flick creep love. 1 year, guys. That is dedication. That is mad love. FLIKSTRR. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. You've been there since the very beginning, Flick. You're one of the first people I ever followed, and ever like accidentally promoted myself in your stream, the first one that I was in. Accidentally. Totally did not realize that was a faux pas. And the Moonis ate your cakes, and I just dumped my, luckily it didn't spill. This is good. It had some, did not spill. That is the story of how Flickster and I met. As I went into his chat, he'd started streaming a few months before me. Playo TV, thank you so much. You are now a follower, first follower of the day. And look right here, this number is when we hit 3,000 followers. We are gonna have a giveaway party for all the followers. Playo TV. Woohoo! Who is this Flakester? Hey, the Gamazal, how's it going? Follower, yeah, I know. Did I do it again? No, I have a W. Followers, my followers. I'll buy you one the next time we meet, pics. Oh, yeah. Casual Painter, thank you for the host. Welcome. Adrian09, we've got another new follower. Woohoo! Awesome. Wixter said I had some tips for colorblind painter. I do. We also have a group on Facebook of it's like almost 300 people, colorblind miniature painters. So I would love it if you want to join. Best thing to do would be to look for Colorwise, colorblind miniature painters on Facebook, and just join. It'll ask you probably like a question if you're colorblind, and then just put like, yes, so she sent me, and you know, we'll auto add you after that. Yes. Talk to him about my classes. So it's supposed to be follower. It's not special. That's true. I'll change it. Let's change it back. Followers. There we go. Followers. Hi. Okay, so, hey, whoa. Flick sent you to Shoshie. Who sent you there? Yeah. Hey, Grelix. My colorblind group, I'm not colorblind, but I had like 3 or 4 colorblind friends who are miniature painters of varying degrees of expertise, but 2 of them were really, really good. One of them was only 22, and one of them was in my age, like 40-ish. And I said, you guys need to talk. And after that, I kind of talked them. They weren't interested at all at first, but I talked them into forming a group. And the rest is kind of history, and it took off, and we've got like I said, over 300 now of people with varying degrees. We've got a couple women that are colorblind. We've got a guy who is he can only see blue, or sorry, he can only see reds and greens. He can't see blues and yellows. And then we've got a guy who also can see only in black and white. I mean, like, that's super, super, super rare. And the Lunas, you didn't tell me that. You should join our group too. And we just had Draconis FS follow. Thank you. I'm so excited. FS. What does FS stand for? Draconis for sure. There's like 1 out of every 8 people, every 8 men rather, is colorblind. So it's a lot more it's a lot more common than you'd think. And when we put this group together, they were like kind of blown away that they had a community that they'd never had before, and everybody in that group gets it. They won't ask you, what color is this? How many people have asked you that in the Lunas, right? What color is this? That's one of their biggest peeves, and so we don't do that. But we do help each other and say, if I want to get this color scheme, what should I use? And then there are some color-sighted people in the group that can help. Yay, color blindness more prevalent? Absolutely, because there's they have a Y chromosome and it has less information on it or something, and so it's more likely to be passed on to men. If the woman has the color blindness gene, she might not always have color blindness, but she will always be a carrier. And so she will pass it on to her kids. All right, and then yeah, and women are always, you always get it from your mom. You don't get it from your dad. Let's see, what, oh, I was gonna show you this glaive. This is the glaive that I'm painting. Here it is. Thank you so much, Draconis. There is the glaive. We're gonna start out, I think I'm gonna make this red. Tom Wilson, 88. Woohoo! And did I miss someone? Gary, 6. I did miss you. There we go. You're right there, Yeri. Thank you, guys. So for this red, I think I want to use something. Not sure. I want to use something. I want to start with like a darker red. This is red leather. Maybe I'll start with African Shadow. Oh my gosh, Art of Mike Disney. I'm so verklempt, I'm coughing. Aw, he just subscribed. Thank you so much. Art of Mike Disney is also a streamer. He is such a sweet guy. Totally follow him. Woohoo! And okay, I'm gonna look for my reds. Let's go with this deep red. I think it's just the right color. And then if we want to brighten it up later, we can. Oh, and by the way, Talagar, thank you so much for the tips that you've been giving me. Talagar's been giving me a tip every stream, and that is nothing to sniff at, and it's very humbling every time I see it. So I want to make sure to thank you every time I see it pop up. Oh my gosh, that's really red. You might need to darken that up a little bit. Holy cow. You guys see that? I need to paint it a little bit quickly. Yeah, that's too red. We need to change it. Let's go with this. We had the deep red, right? Let's go with that darker red leather instead. I want it to be red, but I don't want it to be stark red. And the reason why it's so bright is because of that white primer behind it. Hey, I'm good. Yay, stars. Yeah. We're going to be getting some new modes soon. And all of my tier 1 subscribers are going to be getting like a ton of new emotes. Oh yeah, I love that. That is the best color. That red right there is much, much, much better. Yeah. So, better. See, it's not so distracting now. We go back to his face instead of it, you know, my eye was being drawn by the red. Red is a very eye-catching color. But now my eyes go back to the white. of his face. Think about that when you're painting stuff. Think about there's like color weight. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like color can draw the eye away. White is usually the best color to draw the eye. And then after that is red. I'm going to do a few thin layers instead of trying to cover this entire thing in one go. You know what's crazy is this model, I don't know what it is, but he kind of had a little virability going on there when I was posting him. People definitely reached out to tell me they liked him. And I'm not quite sure what it was exactly about how we painted him that people are, you know, digging so much. Because I don't feel like I'm doing anything different than I'm doing with any of my other models. But maybe it's the combination of the sculpt plus the metal, I don't know. But he's been fun. There's little subtle details here, like little spaces between rope. There we go. A little bit more yellow where I missed over here. All right, I'm gonna check chat. Sometimes I have to take my glasses off. So do you see how Art of Mike Disney and Super Sarah did add Shoshie's minis to get my attention? That way I always see your questions. Saw a lot of people commenting on the metallics. Yeah, and I think some things people don't realize is that I used flat paint to get my depth on my metallics. So I went back in and I would paint with flat scale 75 in the shadows, and that makes it actually shinier, right? It makes it seem more real. Yay, you did something right. You did. Is that a blue? What is blue? Tell me what you mean. Is it on his hands? Where are you pointing out to, Sarah? What do I use for top coating to get a good matte finish? I use this Tester's dull coat, and I just do a few layers. See, I always write dull coat on it because sometimes I have a couple cans of gloss coat lying around for extra protection, and then you can dull coat over it after. You get like 1 or 2 layers of gloss, but you could really like. Sometimes once you have a layer of gloss, it's hard to get it back to complete matte. So I always label it just in case. Bye, Art of Mike Disney. My shirt says arm bars. And look, the arm bars, and then it says, may the force be with you. May the force be with you. Arm bars because I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament with my friend, and I like jiu-jitsu a lot. You hate using sprays? So that's the thing, is I live in an extremely, extremely humid climate, and I have never had a problem with testers. That's why I use it, even though it's like $5 a can. Crazy expensive, but it never frosts on me. And if I do have a product that does frost on me, a little bit of Tester's dull coat will take it away. So you can actually use it to save some of the minis that you've been using. Yep. Clients in the office, Super Sarah, okay. Pixie Lou says, I wish I could get that stuff over here, but I cannot find it. Pixie Lou, I don't know if you have Mr. Clear. Mr. Clear is a nice product that it's from Japan, but some people in Europe and other places have an easier time finding it than the testers. So maybe that would be a good product to try. I also like that it's got a UV light. It's like UV protection in it, which means over time your minis are not going to fade on you, which some of them will anyway, because, you know, like fluorescents have what they call fugitive colors. Fugitives always fade. Doesn't matter what you do, it will eventually fade on you. Yes, you should try to rescue it with the dull coat. Like I said, I live in Illinois. It's incredibly humid here. In summertime, it's like walking around in someone's mouth. That's gross, but it's accurate. All right, look at that beautiful red. Color. I'm gonna do a thin layer in here until I can get it built up. Don't cover anything. Also, I should mention that red actually makes a really nice base coat for gold. So it would not kill me. Let me look at this. Now my dragon is gonna be green, just like this one. Look at that, it's almost the same. Sometimes I wonder if I find these these resources and then it turns out the sculptor maybe used them themselves. Jacona says, I recently picked up an airbrush matte coat and you've not used it. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, airbrush will make things matte just, you know, naturally because of the way it applies the paint. I'm lazy and I'm not best at using my airbrush, which is why we didn't airbrush on stream for the Coddle Ruddick bust. And I also need to get 2 of my airbrushes repaired. But if you can, you know, that's definitely, if you can use an airbrush to final coat things, I think that's a good choice. All right, this is the little dragon's tongue. I'm painting the same color red as the bowl. I might end up changing this. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I want to at least get it covered. That way, if I want to change it, I can. Lied, it wasn't your client. Sarah's awesome. Sarah, what did you mean by blue? You asked me if something was blue. I'm gonna pop this out because I want to be able to paint all the way down to the bottom of this little tongue. This guy. A little bit more paint. Okay. To this side. Oh, because yeah, that is true. Red has gold in it? Red has gold in it? Or gold has red in it? Maybe gold has red in it? Is that what you meant? Red has yellow in it. No, red doesn't have yellow. Well, some reds have yellow in them. But the old masters used to use red for like when they would do gold leaf on framing, on frames. They used to put down red first. Okay, that looks fine. Pretty. Still need a that's pretty emote, don't we? That's something that is unique to the channel. Hi, the Honored First. How are you? The skin looks bluish. It is bluish. Yes, it is. We used Corporeal Shadow. Where is it? Nightshade Purple. Where's my Corporeal Shadow? This one, Corporeal Shadow, and I think I used a little bit of this bearing blue as well. And I did that because we used an, I can't even see it. Wait, here it is. I used this reference, and you can't see it in this one, but there's a lot of blue in his face. Well, you can see it on this camera. You can see it especially right here. There's a lot of blue, and then it kind of highlights up to white. And it actually looks pretty realistic because of that. We like to use the references. Oh, you mean the blue on the model is great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like it too. And you know what's funny about that is that I'm not usually so great at painting blue. It's not my favorite color to paint. My favorite colors to paint actually are green. Green is the easiest one. Put that back inside my folder. Let's see, shall I? Well, let's go ahead and paint this guy. We'll paint it green. Where's my reference? It's a real dark green. I don't think that would draw away from the eye too much. So I'm gonna start with, hello! Spade 825. Thank you so much for following. 825. Welcome. Fercadino, hello. I'm looking for a green color so we can begin painting this. I don't want, so this is sort of a field gray. This is a green, but, lost my references. This is a little too bright, so I might tone it down with the bluer color. You know what, actually? I might add a little bit of red to this. When I mix red and green together, you get a darker color. So let's see what happens when I mix this red that I've been using on the pole of the pole arm of the glaive. A little bit of green here. We get this kind of muddy gray color, but the more green we add, the more, yeah. No, we're gonna go right about there. That's still bright, but it's got a little bit of desaturation with it. Hey, Hannah. Hannah Hanabi, like her. We both have pink hair now. All right, I'm checking this. I'm gonna go ahead and paint. Oh, that's really transparent. Why is that so transparent? Okay, we might have to do a few layers for my dragon. Let's go back to that bright green. Maybe that's why I need to shake this a little bit. The armor is out of the world. Thank you. We painted him the last stream, so you can still find the VOD for that online. And, oh yeah, I need to mix that big time. Yours is purple. So my hair, it's much like, it's like a pastel on the bottom, but all the purple already fell out. I was kind of like, okay, I maintain myself. So I'll be painting the purple back in probably tonight. But I was frustrated. I was like, man, it's not supposed to fall out in the first wash. They used Riot, Hope Riot, which, I don't know, maybe that's pretty bright green. Geez. We can always wash over it, I guess. I'm gonna paint him all this bright. The reason why, again, why he's bright is because of that white underneath. If it wasn't white underneath, it would be a totally different color. I feel like I need to do, you know what? Let me try this. This is Despair Green. This is a little bit closer to what I'm actually wanting. Yeah, I don't want to try the Alchemy because I don't want a metallic sheen to it. This is the perfect color. This is a really dark. Look at this. That is, boom. That's a nice dark color. It's got more blue in it, and it's a little bit more satin too. There we go. Boom. Not as crazy. Not as crazy bright as that other green was. I do need to be careful too. Well, I guess I'm going to go over it with red so that it's gold. We will be adjusting this color somewhat. I think it's going to need a wash. The painter of miniatures and hair, yes. It saves you so much money though, because if I told you how much I spent to get this color in my hair, it's 4 colors in my hair, and so it was not cheap. But once you get all the lights placed and everything, and you know what you're doing, you can maintain yourself, and it's a lot less expensive than getting your colorist to do it. He's such a cute little dragon. I kind of like that color a lot, except for I do feel like it's pulling my eye down. See how my eye is going down a little bit? I want it to stay up on his face, so I will be adjusting it. It does look like a jade though, doesn't it? And in between all the little areas is tricky. You could try that. Roomkin, it's way more cost effective. Yes, that's exactly right. Hannah knows. I love how the Chinese dragons have these whiskers. Love it. Right, and then I think, shall I make this also green? I will make it. I'm going to mix a little bit of that other color in here. So, a little bit. Okay. What I will do here, I'm thinking I'm going to use, there's a wash, it's a blue wash by Citadel, Drakenhof Nightshade. I think I'm going to use that on this green after I get all of the colors in here. We'll darken everything nicely. Alright, and then I'm going to use that red that I used on the pole on all of my gold bits. All that will eventually be gold. Am I going to try practicing wet blending techniques? They call it balayage when you paint your hair, and yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I think, not, like I said, it's been a while since I've done it, but I think you start out with it dry, so we'll see. I'm going to paint his teeth gold as well. This is where I'm getting all my little details. All right, glasses are off. There are little whisker bits right here. And one is, he's got other whiskers up here too. I need more of that red. It was I think it was the red leather that I put, yeah, the red leather that I put on my palette. There we go. More red leather. My cat, Brilliant's cat is currently deep purple pink teal. Wait, you know your hair. Why did I read your cat? I have no idea why I said that. You need a pink cat mascot. I think I figured out my new emote. Oh my God. You're getting some bright teal highlights on Wednesday, some pastel pinks. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. My hair is fine also. It is. Make sure that you get that Olaplex or whatever it is in your hair so that way it will keep the color and also not dry out. They put something different than Olaplex in my hair and it's not the same as Olaplex. Olaplex is better because my hair is much drier than it ever was with Olaplex in it. My sister is a colorist. Surprise that there is another artist in the family. She's a hair colorist. She's gonna send me all the products I need. Geeky Girl says I had bright red Little Mermaid hair for a while. Aww. That's so true, Hannah. That's kind of why I just want, well, here's the thing. I got pink hair partially because I got a bad haircut and I just, you know, I am not basic, I'm extra and I needed to be extra. So that's why I got a little pink, and also it'll make me really nice and recognizable when I go to these conventions. Because you'll see me with my pink hair and you'll go, that's Shoshie. And then maybe you'll come up to me and say hi. Which I strongly encourage everybody to do. If you see me at a convention and I'm not like, you know, running somewhere or in a class, definitely, even if I am in a class, still kind of like wave and say hi. Okay, this red is going to be so nice underneath this gold. You guys see that? And there are going to be gold links right here too. Water, water, water. So I want to point out, if you go down and click below on my portfolio, I have a personal assistant. And it's not because I'm rich or anything, it's because I'm not organized. And one of the things that I said when I was going to start out this year, instead of having a New Year's resolution, I was going to focus on a keyword. And this year my keyword is organization. Because I felt like I wasn't having enough time to paint my own stuff. I just was not having time. And I felt out of organization after the move. And I feel like I'm getting back into it. But yeah. So we got the whole week's schedule put on there. And you'll be able to basically click on those links that are on the schedule if you want to get reminded of when those streams are. So, and it's going to be awesome because I'm going to try to have that. Eventually, I'll have a whole month's worth in advance of all of my events. Every single stream will be on there. And then you'll be able to see, like, if there's a series, you know, I'll be able to really plan things so much better. So you can go in there. If you want to sign up to watch the Cottle Ruddick bust, I highly recommend that you make sure that you get alerted for the Friday stream so you don't miss it. There we go. Okay, he's there. Okay, one more thing over here. Looks good. That'll Olaplex is life. It is. Deganazol says, I'm painting something very different from the usual Infinity AO stuff. Kind of relaxing. Yes. You know what else can be relaxing is basing. We will be basing Kong Wednesday. That's on my new calendar. So I'm going to be turning this into a display base, and I'll be showing you how I kind of recreate the sand and also, you know, all the stuff so that it looks like he's on a whole base, just like I did with the grizzly bear guy. I don't think I based him on stream though, did I? I don't think I did. Carillion says, you'll be able to see it in person at Gen Con. My hair is very gray, and it makes a great base for colors, and it holds on to them. Awesome. Needs very little bleach to line them. Why would you? Gray hair is so beautiful. Inspector Clay, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna write your name right here. Inspector Clay. Woohoo! Oh no, you can't see it. Well, you'll be able to see it as soon as the chat. Yes, thank you for hyping him. That was awesome. All right, let's see. One other thing I need to do over here. Let's actually make that green as well. Mix it together. Little jade. Oh, messed up. You can see here I put way too much paint, but that's all right. I'll just go over it with the red in a minute. Or the gold even. All right. You may miss Friday. That's okay, because we're going to have the VOD, and I will be posting it on YouTube, just like I did the other one. So no matter what, you'll be able to follow along. It's the nice thing about it. All right, let me try some of that Drakenhof Nightshade. Deck Knight, thank you so much for the follow. K-N-I-G-H. There we go. I'm going to try to have almost all of my Cotto Reddick streams on Fridays, and that way my Australian friends can try to catch me Saturday mornings, roughly, and it'll still be hard for my West Coasties, but pretty much most of my other Facebook followers can watch. All right, let's see what happens when we add. Oh, I like that Drakenhof. That really deepened that green a lot. This is the Drakenhof Nightshade. I wanted. You can tell I keep slipping into the zone, guys. This is good. That's what happened last time, and that's why I think that this little dude turned out so well. Slip into the zone. The whole point of this Drakenhof Nightshade is to darken the screen a little bit, make it less bright, and also deepen all these little crevices and shadows that are on the dragon. Oh, cool. I get to see what yeah. Let me check out the Ganazol's piece here. Click on that link. Ooh, yes, that fairy is so cute. She's stamping on the sweethearts. That's so cool. I've seen some other people paint that image. She's a fun one. I need a zoned out emote. Yes. In the zone. You can use it. We could do an in the zone emote. That's actually a fantastic idea. In the zone. So I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget it, and I'm gonna give Amberden 5 points for this great idea. You guys know I reward. Uh-oh, what did I do? Here we go. If I could spell right. There we go. Yay. Amberden says, I have a 2-day miniature basing course over the weekend. Who is that with? That's awesome. And 2 weeks of hot glass and glass blowing courses. I'm so jealous. I have always wanted to learn to glass blow. All right, I'm looking, this is drying, so I need to leave that alone. Let's get out my gold, which we've been using. This one, the polished gold by Game Color. I'm debating on if I should use just a skosh of tinny tin as well for maybe some of the darker bits. Let's see what happens when we put this gold on top of the red first. And if it doesn't work, we'll go back with the tinny tin. Can we have a cat emote licking itself? Oh, yes. Yes. Cat. With one foot up in the air, right? In the air. Grooming. And what else do we need? I think a cat butt. I don't know if that would be legal or not, but like a little cutesy chibi cat butt. Is that silly? Hi, impending Duff. All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna go here on this first. Oh, that, look. Can't see, can you? That looks amazing on that red. Like one coat, boom. It's just, and it looks instantly metallic. See that? Let me see if I can paint the rest. I'm gonna take glasses off. It's really good. See if I can get these lips in here, dragon lips. There's definitely a case for... Now, do you guys see how this wash is all in here, clogging all the details up? I'm gonna go in here while it's still wet and pick it out. I don't like it. Too much wash can make things look kind of gummy. Don't want. That looks much better. Instantly better. Let's see what this looks like. I'm leaving the little spots that need the shadows. I'm leaving that red. I'm not painting every single part of it. I'm not, like, this is a highlight almost. Each one of these little curly cues. And then these lips over here. In it as if just highlighting it. Same thing with this little teeth. Try to just overbrush it because you don't want to lose all the detail. This is almost as fine detail as freehanding is. That's why I've got my glasses off. How, oh my goodness. As soon as I look away, my head is like, ah. these little bits here. Ooh, let me check chat. Remember, if you want to get my attention in chat, but at Shoshie's Minis, just like Impending Duff did. What metallics did I use on my armor? It's freaking popping. So this is crazy. Look at this Impending Duff. This is what I used on his actual armor here. And we did the VOD for it so you can watch the whole thing. We used tinny tin, this is game color, tinny tin, brassy brass, and polished gold. And we used a tiny bit of Game Air silver for a final ding highlight. And for my darks, for the shadows, I used flat color. Like, what did I use here? I'm looking for the exact colors that I use because let's see. I think I used some Arbuckle's brown, and I used a blue. I think the Corporeal Shadow. The Corporeal Shadow was my blue. So when you mix blue and red together like this burgundy and dark blue, you get a beautiful like kind of gray color. But if you look, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there's bits of blue, there's bits of red. So it was a little uneven. I did the blues in the darkest spots and the redder colors up here. And then I would go back and highlight with my metallics. So it's like a demi-metallic. It's both metallic and non-metallic paint. And that is something that I learned from Privateer Press, because that's how they did a lot of their metallics. That's a Mike McVeigh trick that I think I learned from Matt DiPietro, possibly. But yeah, they do the 2-brush blending. I don't 2-brush blend anymore. I just 1-brush blend because I'm lazy. But yeah, look at that, how even just having the flat color underneath that pops out that gold so much. Did I just miss a bunch of chat? No, I didn't use flat black, Draconis. Don't ever use flat black. Flat black will dull things. That's why I use this. What happens when I use you can use any kind of dark red and this dark blue. So this is the Corporeal Shadow. You can see it's dark blue. When you mix dark blue and dark red together, you get a really dark color. It's kind of like a purpley gray color. There it is. And that was my prime. And sometimes I used it to be more red, and sometimes I used it to be more blue. But it would depend on where I put it. That is the color that I used. It's sort of like a flat Payne's gray, would be the artistic color that you would call it. There's no miniature paint color for it that I would call. Now, that's an old watercolor technique, by the way. Yeah, watch the VOD. Yay, now you listen. And Tim Fizz says, I really like the face on the guy. It contrasts well with the fur and the armor. Yeah, that was one of the things that I knew was really important, is to get the face right. So that's why I used a reference. And I still don't really like the orange in his eyes. I don't feel like it's orange enough. And in fact, I'm going to go into this with the Corporeal Shadow, because I'm just not feeling like this green. It's just not dark enough. I want it to be really dark green. I can always add little green highlights later, but I want it to be pretty dark. Put this on here. Bad Mango, I like your name. Thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see the colors. We need to do a stretch too, don't we? And I'm missing all kinds of chat. Bad Mango, let me write your name down before we do stretch. For subscribing. All right. Now, if you didn't know this already, you can subscribe with the Twitch Prime, and we'll be getting lots of more emotes very soon. But if you subscribe with the Tier 3 level, you also get a half-hour of free video coaching one-on-one with me. All you have to do is subscribe at the Tier 3 level, and then you just message me and say, hey, I'd like to set up a time for my video coaching, and then we'll do it. But if you don't message me, it will probably not happen, because I will not get it scheduled without you taking the ball. All right, we are gonna stretch. So everybody out of your seat, even you people at work, you know you've been sitting here for too long. Right now my back is kind of going, Shoshie, what did you do? You were sitting for too long. So kind of stretch out your arms, pull your gut in, put your feet, move around a little bit, gentle movements. All right, I'm gonna go back and sit down. Okay, all set. And we're going back to Kong. Back to Kong. With more corporeal blue. Twerks, yeah, war boy, let's twerk. Do it. I love it. Everybody twerk in chat. JK, I didn't really twerk. Yeah, but I imagined you doing it, and that was just as fun. Oh my goodness. Make me smile. All right, so whatever reason, I don't know why, but my Corporeal Shadow is it's not being like opaque. I know, there we go, there we go. Oh, and we don't have cam, there we go. Sorry guys, I beat you. Oh my gosh, where did you get that emote? I want that. It looks like my hair. Is that, oh, that's Hana Hanabi. Hana, if I get a pink emoji, are you gonna be mad at me? Because I might. I'll make sure it has glasses. That's how we'll tell each other apart. But I love it. You skipped the stretching, Amberden. You spent the first hour watching on your iPad while ripping your weeds. That's great. That's very in multitasking. Oh, Amberden. I love gardening. I've recently been getting into it. In my front, we've got a couple little beds, you know, that are up by the front door. And I have some hydrangeas and some hanging baskets, and I've been, I don't really have to weed. We don't really, I don't know why, but they just, maybe because the mulch kind of keeps them out. I don't know, but knock on wood, I haven't had a weed problem, but I have had a few little, you know, bugs here and there getting on my plants. There we go. That is the color that I'm wanting, that deep dark green. Little hints of lighter green coming through. And I can always make it lighter later, but I can't get it darker if I don't do this now. All right, it seems really dark, but that's okay. Taking forever to layer up. There we go. Why would you be mad? Pink is your family. Aww. Pink family. Ohana means no one gets left behind. That's awesome. Those are so great. I'm following you, Hana. Add you as a friend and see if I can follow you. I know I've watched you at least once. Oh my gosh, I wasn't following you. I'm following you now. Good. Okay, all right. Everybody follow Hana Hanabi along with me. We'll all follow together. Amberton says, my gardening works on a simple basis. It's growing like mad. It is a weed. It's struggling to live. It's expensive. Plant the garden. Local garden center sold you. Ah, okay. All right, now this is, I can try to see if this lighter green will go over this darker green. I think that works. That's nice, okay. Let's do the golds, because the golds are what I think is really, now do you see how yellow this is? It looks okay, but it's, something is off about it. So I'm gonna need to add a little silver, because if you look at actual gold, there's lots of really bright highlights. So I'm going to take a little of the silver. This is the Vallejo Silver Game Air, and I'm going to mix a little bit of the polished gold with it. Here are my two colors. I love how the silver comes out like it's liquid silver. And then I'm going to mix, that's stuck to the bottom of my palette, mix them in together in the middle. So I've got a gold, a light gold. It's almost like a platinum color. See? Pretty better. Oh, you still, let me add a little bit more gold. There. Now we go back in and highlight the gold with the lighter gold. And you kind of follow wherever the real highlights are. Okay. Now I'm going to take just a little tiny bit of silver. I don't want it to turn silver though, so I got to be careful not to put too much. That's much better, I think. Pop in and say hello. Hey, Proto Maker. Sassy Mike is sassy. I think Twitch is extra drunk lately. You swear you were following me and it said you weren't. Oh. Summer is a treat because Spawn will possibly be painting with me more before she goes to camp. Awesome. Spawn as in your child? Warboy says, yeah, let me reach into my magical chest of gold and see what real gold looks like. Yes. Everybody wants a magical chest of gold. I do think references help quite a bit. All right, I'm gonna give him whiskers of gold. That. I'm gonna give him little eyelashes of gold. Tiny details. And I think these little horns need to be gold as well. You guys see that? A little bit of silver at the tip. Boom. Ah, I like that. And then there's a little bit of gold right there. Now, I don't know if you noticed that, but I didn't try to cover all of these completely. I left a little green kind of showing in the background of that, and that's okay. Let's see if I can get more of this real bright gold. Let's do his teeth. like that. That looks good. Notice glasses are off. That means that it might take me a minute to look back up a chat. But again, if you oh, and I see that I'm missing chat. What's happening? You are a really bright highlight. Is that the Everlasting Palette? It is. This is the Everlasting Palette by Redgrass Games. See if I can show it to you on cam. It's pretty big on cam. I will be getting some of these for my classes very soon. I'm hoping that I will have them by Nova at least. I don't know if I'm going to have them by Gen Con, but I really have my fingers crossed. And then I also might be selling them in the near future because I might work out a deal with Redgrass Games. That would be really cool, huh? And that means if I do end up selling them, I will also have them available at the cons that I'm going to be at. And you can buy them from me as well. Please say porcorillo. Aw. He's always sassy. Flowa 13. I said it. Riker's Iron, hello. I said it, Flora. All right, I missed a whole ton of chat. All right, Sarah says, when you decide to get the studio size, I volunteer as tribute to give your palette a loving home. My little, you know what? I might do something like that. I've got the original prototype. Maybe we could do the prototype as a giveaway. We'll see. That would be fun. It'd be kind of unique because there really aren't too many of those around either. Because they sent that to me before the Kickstarter and everything to try out. Yay! Tigerson, tip $2. You tend to miss my streams, but not today. Enjoy some pirate treasure. Yar. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Riker. How have you been? It has been a little while, hasn't it? And that's okay, because we just love having you in chat no matter when you are here. Yes, thank you for hyping him, Amberden. That was great. Very deserved. So something I want to say, now what is happening? I can't see without my glasses. Hana Hanabi hosting me. Thank you so much. Hype for Hana Hanabi. That is hard to say. Say that 3 times fast. Hype for Hana Hanabi. Hype for Hana Hanabi. Hype for Hana Hanabi. Did it. Yay. People will remember your name, Hana. Okay. Let's see, I need to get the little teeth on here. It's a little bit harder to reach some of the little details on this one because he has a hand in the way this time. That's okay, I can fix it if I mess up. Oh, I'm thinking on. How about you post it and then when you get back from it, Amberden? Good, you have 10 days kicked off with lock and load, and now you're resting and working on hobby stuff and reading and working out, enjoying your time. Nice. Did you went to lock and load already, right? And it's over now? Looked like a blast. I did not get to go, obviously. I've been to lock and load once, and I had a blast. And Seattle is just an amazing town. If you're into War Machine Hordes, totally recommend lock and load. It's a wonderful convention, and even if you don't play, there's plenty to do and see. Even if you're a painter, if you live in the Seattle or Oregon area, or even in Canada, up by the, ooh, look at this. Sometimes a little blob of paint will get on the end of something. And this little bit right here. And I forgot these little horns too, and there's a little gold ring around this one. I feel like the more gold we add, the more fantastic. And here we go. Oh! Truffle Shuffle, Truffle Shuffle. Isn't that from Goonies? Truffle Shuffle 28. Thank you so much for the follow. Look at guys, 2,948. We are almost halfway from the 100 that we needed to have our party, our giveaway party. We only need 51 more followers. I think we can definitely do it this month. All right, let me check. Gold looks so heavy, you dig it. Awesome. Yeah, and look, there's definitely a difference between the gold and the brass, and I'm digging it too. I'm liking it. It's feeling good, feeling rich. Vaughn gives up and just calls me Hana Hobby. Aww. And then let's see. Oh wow, almost ab. That's awesome. Here we go. Oh, let's see. I'm getting a little lost with my chat. Let's see, Sarah ordered a whole bunch of fun stuff this weekend. The stuff makes spider webs. I want to get some of that. You guys have heard about that spider web airbrush stuff. Color changing paints, leaf punch, awesome. That's all from Green Stuff World, isn't it? Almost Ab says, oi gang, got 3 Barmbics from Canadian Tire for your Aussie subs. And they can, if they want them, they can PM me and we'll arrange shipping. I know that at least one of our Aussie subs will want those for sure. Green Grocer, local grocer, started to carry Whitaker's bars. Oh my gosh. Yes, Whitaker's coconut is my favorite. Zab. Rikers said, didn't get to go, but spent the weekend streaming with it in the corner painting. Awesome. Paint nuggets. Paint nuggets. I'm going to steal that, Riker. That is awesome. It's definitely a paint nugget. All right, so I'm going to add just a skosh, a little bit of red to this. Not all of it, just the part that I want to be a little bit brighter. So yeah, that's not bad. That might be a little bit too red right there. I'm gonna thin it out with my brush. I like that. It doesn't take away from him too much. We're gonna add a little bit more down here on this tongue dealy dude. That's a technical term. Oh, I'm happy. What do you think? We make a little red gem right here. Yeah, I like that. We might even go back and make it turquoise. I'm not sure yet. Nope, I kind of like the red. Gotta thin that out. And the tongue. Skosh is adding a skosh. Yes. I love it. I always say skosh. I love it. Okay. It needs to be a command. All right, let's, Shosh is adding a skosh. I don't know how to do it, but some of my mods know how to create commands. And I think all you have to do is be a mod to know how to do that. Josh Mustang 69. Welcome to the class. Mustang. Woohoo! Thank you for the follow. What up? We're painting Kong. We're getting close to being done with his. I did not think his little did not think it was going to take this long. We might have to do a few more streams with him. We'll see. I like just that little bit amount of red. Let's look at the thing here. Now, this part has the gold on the major part of the blade. I think I will do that, and then just do the silver right here. Let's try it. We're gonna have to take him off of his little base so I can hold on to him. And we'll get in here with the red. All of this bit down here is going to be red too then, isn't it? We're going to have to be careful not to ruin our gold. I did ruin it right then. That's okay. I can go back over it. So I guess if you were going to take a learning page from me right here, do all your reds first and then come back with your golds. And you won't mess up. Flip it. Ferguson says the pose and the detail is on this guy is awesome. It is. I love him. He's probably what made me be interested in this Kickstarter, because I ordered a whole bunch of the cartoon minis from their Kickstarter. They had a whole bunch. Cartoon minis has great minis. I have so many I can't justify. I know, right? Like, I had just gotten my Frog Dog pledge from Kingdom Death, and then this came out, and I was like, what am I doing? I don't need more minis. I'm gonna have so many thousands of minis with Kingdom Death. You know it. we're going to be painting a lot of Kingdom Death as soon as I get my pledge. Glamour by Gabriel. Is it Gabriel or Gabrielle? I think it's Gabrielle, because Glamour. Let's put your name down. Thank you for following. Tell me you do makeup streams or something cool like that, because I will follow you so fast. Glamour by Gabrielle. I-E-L-L-E. Woohoo! Let's see. Dracona says it's really great looking. Fear says you get the mail from Redgrass saying the pallets were going to be dispatched. Is this an NS? I would say no. Every now and then I say the word booty, but really, I mean, we have some. The reason why it's matures is because we do paint some pretty, girls, and we will be painting some pretty boys in the very near future once people start making some male pinups. But other than that, I would say, what do you guys think? Is my stream mostly family friendly? I try. I don't swear too much. I say booty and I say poop. I think your toddler can get, be okay with that. Hannah says, I boarded the mini painting train after King of Death ended, and I was sad. But then my friendly local game store guy decided he wanted you in his pinups, and then you can have the boy pinups as payment. Yeah, right? I'm so gonna be doing the same thing. That's awesome. All right, I got all of the blade painted, I think. Now we're gonna try to get in there with this gold, and I might need a smaller brush for my details. Let's try. I would let Spawn watch you, but I taught her curse words, so yeah. I would let my kids watch my stream. Maybe not all the Kingdom Death ones. I would say if I'm not painting Kingdom Death, that would be a surefire way of knowing whether it's okay. Hey, Mike. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm leaving a little bit of the red there. I'm trying to anyway, so that I can have some shadow. And then I need to get on the other side. This is going to be tricky. The other side of this tongue. Yeah. I would say most of the cheeky stuff on my stream comes from either the stream people in the chat, which in that case, if you have a toddler, they're not going to be able to read chat, or maybe Mike on Wednesday nights, but that's a 7 to 9 p.m. chat, so, wouldn't worry too much because that's after prime time, right? For the most part. Maybe it's prime time. All right, so we're getting closer to being done with this blade. Now we need to go back in with the silver again and highlight the bits of gold. And really, I needed like a metallic medium right here. Really does make a difference though. Maybe to have a little wash or maybe a little Agrax Earthshade in here. Let's go with this straight silver. Put a little bit here. Just where the little dings of light are going to be. Right? I don't think I got any on this side. Little bits. Ultimately, if you're going to use metal medium, that's going to be better than silver. That works. I think I need a little bit more gold because it's dulled out on me a little bit with that silver. That's why I think a little Agrax Seared Shade can warm it up. All right, now the last bit is going to be this thing right here. And it's got a lot of notches in it, which makes me think it's not metal, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it metallic anyway. And I'm gonna start with a darker metallic, like maybe this one. I really wanna start with an even darker metallic. Maybe this one. Riker's Iron, thank you so much for the host. Really do appreciate it. Let's try, this is pewter. This is probably still not dark enough. Ah, black metal, that's what I want. Scale 75 black metal. That is going to be my base color for my blade. And then we'll add the silver for the highlight. Okay, so especially where I see the gray primer. I think I see a cat hair on my, nope, maybe not. There we go. Electripin 23, thank you for the follow. We're getting closer. We're over the 50 followers mark here. Only 49 followers left to go. Electripin. $23. Got you right there. If somebody knows how to make commands and they already are mod, make the Shoshie is adding a skosh command. I think that'd be fun. All right, here's the silver highlight. I'm looking and I'm seeing where the actual light is hitting it, and that's where I'm gonna, it's at the bow of this right here. See? More in the center of the metal right here. And then we can add a little bit more of this Corporeal Shadow to my sides, right? Ta-da! That looks good. I really like that. And I'll make Corporeal Shadow here again. I think it does need to be darker than it was. Can't have shiny bits without the darkness. So put that in, and then let's see what happens when we add my silver here. Blending it out into the wet, basically wet blending it. Yeah, that looks better. And then we need more in the middle. Not bad. Try it again over on this side. Have to play with that a little bit. Now, I'm still not loving the gold over here, so I think I will add a little bit of Agrax Shade to warm it up. See if I have some. Here it is in the bottle. Loving this mini. As always, next level stuff. You gotta go make food, okay? Yar far. All right, a little bit of Agrax right there. Let's see what I'm gonna try adding in here. Yes, needed that right there, and a little bit over here too. I think that helps. Sometimes yellow can get real brassy, and having that little bit of Agrex in the shadows, I think it makes a difference. Dude. It's getting there. It needs to dry. And then we pick out the highlights in a bit. And again, having that matte thing next to the highlights, that's what sells it. All right, let me see, where's his skull? I don't think we're gonna have time to finish. We'll see, we'll try. Let's do the Agrex on the, do it on the rope. Hopefully it'll catch into all these little crevices that I have on here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this skull too. Maybe it'll pick out all those crevices as well. Like that. That looks better already. It looks more like a skull. I think I over airbrushed it just a little bit. Got some white into the eye sockets, which made it no longer look like a skull. Now that needs to dry. Love it. Okay, let that dry. Where am I going to put that? Go back to this. This needs highlights. Now, what color highlights? Let's do a little turquoise. Just a skosh. Adriatic blue. Kona says, if I'm going to need to spend a whole lot of time to learn the method of gold, no, you will not need to spend a lot of time. It's pretty simple, really. Oh yeah, that's it, guys. That is it. That little bit of turquoise, it's starting to tie together. Do you see how it's tying with the turquoise and the stuff in his hands? Now it's not drying my eye at all. Feels more like it fits. Can you see that on cam? Okay, I'm gonna take glasses off. And he's got a little cute little dog nose. Got some little wrinkles, little eyebrows. Painting all the little highlights with this turquoise on this green, and it's selling it. It's selling it. What it needed. I'm in the zone, guys. I'm also kind of racing the clock because I want to finish as much of this as I can so we can get straight into basing for the next stream. That's what we're going to do. Next stream, which is Wednesday night from 7 9 p.m. GMT -6. Oh, that's supposed to be gold. Paint that. We'll be painting, we'll be doing the basing for Kong. We're going to do some display basing for him. He'll look all spiff. There. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's very close to being done now. Now, let me go back with just a teeny bit of red again. There's a little ridge right here in the middle of his tongue. I want to paint a brighter red. And then this little gem right here. Whoops. That messed up a little bit. All right, now check chat. Good. I think what I'll do with this red, I've got magenta up here, and I'll probably come back down and turn this more of a magenta color, since that's sort of the reds that I've got going on in this piece. Looking good. Maybe some magenta on here too. Let's see what it looks like. What have I got? I've got Aster Purple. That's pretty much what I was using for my magenta. Let's try it. Just got a little bit of purple in it. A little bit of magenta. There we go. Boom, boom. Do you guys think that takes away from your eye from the mini, or does that help it? It helps it because it's got purple in it, which goes with the blue. And the tongue too. Yeah, I like it. Cute. Put him right here. There's a little bit of gold I need to cover up right there. There we go. You're staring at his pecs? Yeah, they're very shiny. Yes. Okay, a little bit over here. Yeah, I think we're getting there, guys. Let's check what it looks like in his base. I believe he goes in like this. Yes. So now you can see what he's gonna look like on his coin base. And then we can make, like I said, that look kind of old. And let me show you what we're gonna do for that. We're gonna do something like this crusty old coin for his base. And I'll be using some weathering powders and everything. We'll do that all for the basing. Let's see how close this is ready to being. Let's do this gold for this ring. Go. To cover it all. And then there, like I said there before, there are a few spots. I gotta take glasses off for this. There's little caps on these teeth that are gold. I suppose they could be just little rings, but I'm gonna make them caps because I can and I want to. And I might change my mind, but that's what it is for now. All right, that needs to dry. How are we on time? What have we got? It is 4:26. We can finish this up probably in a few minutes. Let's try it. I'm going to use bleached linen and a little bit of that Corporeal Shadow and a little bit of that. Actually, no, just the bleached linen and maybe a little bit of the yellowish color. What am I going to use? How about, well, how about this, oh, where'd it go? Now I can't find the color I was looking for. It was the first color that we used on the rope. I don't see it. I'm going to use this instead. This is the hair yellow. It's sort of similar. Speaking of that, I can make the linen. There we go. Nice. I mixed the linen with the Sahara yellow. And now I'm going to go highlight parts of this little skull. And I'll want to eventually highlight this up to the full bleach linen. Having the Agrax Earth shade down there as the, you know, we might put some more on that on there as well. See how yellow that is? Now when we add a little bit more, it just makes this, the highlights smaller for that bleached linen. Look at that, boom. Starting to look more aged skull. Just small ones. I'm not covering as much area as I did in the yellow. A little bit more bleach linen up here because this is where the most light's going to be hitting. Now, if you're careful, you can go in here and pick out little tiny highlights for the rope. And that's, sometimes it's easiest to just drag your brush in the direction with the flat, like so. See how I'm using the long parts of my bristles? Drag in the same direction. The rope. And my highlight. Like that. I like how it looks wet in there too. I might want to keep that. Flip it. Back with that yellow. I like how that looks dirty and grayish. Uh-oh, guys, do you know what that time means? The music has stopped, so that means it is time to host someone. Let me show you what I've got. We'll do, see here, music. There we go. Great, guys. Let's look for somebody awesome to host. Let's see who is out there. I want to thank everybody for coming to watch the show. And I want to invite you back Wednesday to finish. We're going to finish basing Kong, and hopefully we will be able to finish that up at that time. So, ooh, I see. Oh no, she's not on. Darn. Let's see who is on. Maharoon is on. We will probably host her. Yep, Maharoon. All right, guys, get ready. We're gonna go over to Maha and raid her. She loves being raided. We're gonna do exclamation point mad love so that you can cut and paste. Oh, if I can get it to work. There we go. Cut and paste that. We're gonna go raid her, /raid, right? Make sure I got it right. Always misspell her name. It's 2 N's, that's why. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Flick. Bye. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your